direction is that. Yeah, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of greatness stone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, where the Hebrew Israelites come out here to prophesy the downfall of this society, and speak about the ushering of the kingdom of heaven, which, we're heading down that road, man. Seeing because a whole lot of things happening right now. Seeing we can see where we in economic turmoil. Where the scant measure that is abominable, the US dollar basically is about to get a serious hit. As you say, all major analysts speak about a recession which is much greater than 1929. See, because this one is going to be a worldwide depression. You understand? And it's going to be painful. A lot of people going to die, man. A lot of people going to suffer. The ushering of the MOTB, which is the chip.
Right.
That's around the corner as well. CBDCs, which basically, if I'm not mistaken, they're saying that next year, 2023, July or June, the US is supposed to have their CBDC, their central banking digital currency, up and running. Which, let's see. But what we know for a fact is that, we really going down that road where we are about to witness the end of this empire, the end of this age, and where Yahushua is going to make his return to deliver that small remnant, yeah? A very, very small remnant. So, what you have?
2 Corinthians 15:1, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, see? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
Yeah, because just before me make it to the camp, I watch some news and start celebrate. Say Yahushua is coming. My baby mother is there and say, "Why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating?" You should be in fear. So we say, then why mustn't I celebrate? Yes, I fear, but at the end of the day, we're in a situation where even a very light bill is becoming harder to pay.
Yeah.
Seeing the middle class totally is being cut out. So just imagine the poorer class like myself. Yeah. The sufferings of this world is on a whole different level. So that's the reason why we have to celebrate. And because what the brother just read, that it is faithful and true, because it is what? The prophecies of Yahweh Basham Yahushua. So these prophecies, yeah, so these prophecies that we are witnessing taking place now, we have to proclaim it, man. We have to make it nice abroad upon the whole stuff. We have to push it. We have to push it out there, and push it in its full force, because that's the time that we're living in right now.
Yeah, because said, as I say, in mother said, you shouldn't have fear. Yeah, we are celebrating because guess what? These prophecies happen, and we know say what the Lord promised us is going to happen.
Exactly.
See? So we have to celebrate that.
Not just the destruction, but also the victory.
The victory that's going to come.
Exactly, the glory which is to come. We celebrate for the glory as well, not just because it's going to be destruction, but because of this destruction, there's going to be a restoration for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect.
And the Lord said, He might bring what? He might bring these things.
Exactly.
See? So everything what the Lord said, He might bring, we prophesy and we speak about it, and we see them happening. So guess what? That means that we're looking forward to the kingdom.
Exactly.
See? And that's one of the main priority, man. That's why we're out here with our faith, see? Doing this work, man.
Exactly.
Enduring things forward, the elect sake. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. It says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
The scripture says, the scripture says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And it's clear to see. It's very easy to see, because here we are, constantly doing the work, the bidding of the Lord, but we don't see true fear. You know? We don't see true fear because in and around us is a whole lot of people in and around us now. But you don't see anybody really coming to say what's really happening. To consult us to say what's the next move, you know? What is the Lord going to do next? You know, in the ancient world, Israel, when Israel see the prophets, they fear.
Done.
You know? With a fear to the point where they kill the prophets,
Yeah.
you know,
or them say,
yo, tell us what the Lord has said. You know, but this generation is the worst, man. You know? Boy, that can be it.
They don't consider them.
Exactly.
They destroy black of knowledge.
Exactly.
It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction.
And that's what's coming, man. See our news.
One
You said the sword,
Yes, brother.
famine and destruction, yeah? Yeah, it's coming. I forgot the report. But when it come back, me go bring it out, see, because me watch so much news, man. So much, you know, me watch what preppers are saying, me watch a whole lot of things where a lot of people are saying, man. And
No, man, you can't go.
yeah, it's a fixed service. It was good for me.
So, you know what? Kind of tilt to that way. That's all.
Yeah. But we tilt to this way. Anyway, go back to the scripture.
It says, for wickedness art exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the earthful works are fulfilled.
And the earthful works are fulfilled. So now is the time when the Heavenly Father and His Son is going to bring forth His judgment upon this society. And the majority are going to die, man. You know, and there's no nice way of saying it, but that you're going to suffer. Most are going to suffer. Because you wasn't being diligent enough to see what's about to happen. You know, this major energy crisis right now, I say a report where like Poland basically, I think about having certain discussions with Russia. Yeah, right now, I don't know if you're watching, I share a video with, I think it's the coming Prime Minister for Italy. He's cursing the hell out of Macron. You know see it? I say, yeah, the lady, when she say, basically she say, who is Macron for call us? What? He basically call him a byword. And they must say, what about the Africans then where you basically don't have, we live in poverty and whatsoever. So the EU is totally divided, man, against each other.
So I turn them one against the other.
And see, you see when you're constantly in these things, man, then you see the scriptures becoming light unto you, man. Very, very important to be occupied in prophecies, man. How should I say, watch? You know? Bring it up, Baba Pasha.
Ecclesiasticus 39 and 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies.
And be occupied in prophecies, man. See, it's very beautiful at this time to be occupied in prophecies, man. Hey, shalom. See? Shalom. Understand?
Tell about what the prophets of old did when them come out, man.
Yep.
Them come out to give the people warning, see? And then come to tell you about the destruction of kingdoms. And all of that, man.
Of wars, evil, and of pestilence. And that's the same thing what we're doing now. But we are also teaching the salvation and the deliverance of the time to come, man. What is that line I'm seeing? Okay.
It says,
yeah, go ahead.
It's Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, start at 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now the word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. Yeah? See? It says, the prophets, Shalom, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Of wars and of evil and of pestilence. See? So that's what we're basically saying now. You know, there's a war coming, World War III, and it's on the horizon. It basically reached to the point of can't return. You know, no returning back. You know, there's no other way but for this war to happen because it's prophecies, man. You see like you did have an article. So I finish? You see like you did have an article. Oh, go ahead.
It says the prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him.
Exactly. Then you're gonna know if the Lord truly sent him. Somebody you go on Google, yeah, and type in is the EU divided? Let's see where we can find if we can find an article, you know. Is the EU divided?
Yeah.
You know? Cause that's something major. That's something major, because basically that's the beast eating himself, man. You ever watch what name, Gods of Egypt? When them call her goddess of love, when she basically command the serpent to burn himself. you remember that scene? Yes, yeah, burn yourself. Well, it's the same thing. Basically it's the same thing with the EU now. You understand? The Heavenly Father command them to basically destroy themselves. You know? It is a major prophecy, man. Very, very major. You know? You have something? You have nothing?
The Egyptian against the
Yeah, bring it up, Baba.
It says Isaiah 19 and verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
Who is the Egyptians? The Egyptians represent the captors. So it's not speaking of ancient Egypt, it's speaking of the so-called white man. They are the ones that took our foreparents, put them in slavery. So it says, the Lord says he's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You know, and it's on an all scale. It's from like country to country, you know, empires to empires. Edomites living among each other, you know. See, it's on all scale. Go ahead.
Right. So I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, and against the cities, and against kingdoms, and against and kingdoms against kingdoms.
And kingdoms against kingdoms. So that's the reason why you have it up in Europe. You know, the scripture speak about them not receiving kingdom, but receiving kingdom for 1 hour. Your power for 1 hour. So just paraphrasing, it's definitely speaking about them. But now you can clearly see that they are not seeing things eye to eye anymore. You know, it's all about what should I call it? It's all about for the interest of my country. You know, everybody's more what should I say? Nationalistic. Every nation, you know, every country is about hoarding for themselves or for the benefit of them. You know, and that is, as I said before, that is a major prophecy, man.
Every man going to the
Country, exactly. You know, it's a major prophecy, man. You know, go ahead.
He said on verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. He said, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and to the charmers, and to them that are familiar spirits.
And these witches and warlocks not gonna help any at all, because, you know, just as how in ancient Egypt, you know, they used to seek unto for them different witches, same way. And what happened to Egypt? And Egypt, the empire of Egypt, the true Egyptians, it never really came back. It was when the Greeks, yeah, the Ptolemies, they are the ones that really come back and raise Egypt for a time. But Egypt never really come back in its true glory, which the ancient Egyptians, man, which are the Zulus and the White-Seas people, right? Never really come back. Well, it's the same thing with this Egypt. When the Lord visit this Egypt, yeah, it's not gonna come back, because if you go into the prophecy of Malachi chapter 1, yeah, the Lord said they shall build but I shall throw down. So see, all them empires where them create around the world, you know, should I say the different kingdoms, my bad, these various cities, the Lord said, what? Throw it down. And it now will come up back. Yeah, we are back.
I'll go over there.
Go ahead.
This is over there, 1 verse 7.
Start at 6.
Let's start at verse 6, God. Say, all the things of Esau search out, or his hidden things sought up. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee to the borders. And the men that were at peace with thee deceive thee and prevail against thee.
Yes, exactly. You know, and trust me, America is going to be deceived, man. You Edomites going to be deceived, man. And you're going to see a whole lot of selling out that take place. Because ultimately, most of these EU countries, they're going to switch to the side of Russia. We've been speaking about Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 destruction, and the finger's been pointing, which you still have analysts come out and say, boy, like Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck say, oh, we hope, we pray that it wasn't America. But how the hell are you going to hope and pray that it wasn't America when Joe Biden himself came out a couple months back and said, if Russia go in Ukraine, then there will be no more Nord Stream 1 or 2. Him say it out of mouth from before. So the hope and praying we are do, it is in vain.
I basically hope them out
Big, you know, him see kingdom coming to an end, really. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, these actions where the Egyptians in America they are making, it is only accelerated these EU countries to eat the whore even more. That's the only thing it's doing, because they are the ones that are feeling the blood now. You know, they are the ones that are saying, shit, how we gonna work out this winter? You know, all them. You see, me watch this lady before. Got to name before me come to the camp, and she was speaking about prepping and whatsoever, and she made mention of something about the whole food shortages where the world are faced, and she was explaining that, look, you guys that was following these things over the past decade, now you're clearly seeing everything that you was basically researching and speaking about everything. It makes so much sense now that, you know, there's like you're convicted. That nobody can really.
It's no longer
it's conspiracy theory, exactly. You know, and I was laughing because I say, oh, true, because we've been doing this thing. We've been watching this thing for over 10 years, watching the building up of this famine. Yeah, is gradually growing. It's gradually increasing. You understand? And it's amazing. You know, it's scary if you're with Yahushai. You know, but it's amazing on another level. Same way, because everything what the Lord said I'm going to do, Him actually been doing it. You know, the Lord been doing it. And sometimes when it happens, even you yourself, if you say shit.
Yeah.
You know? Because now this food shortage is being made more clearer to a lot of people where we couldn't see it from back then. A lot of people who couldn't see it is now seeing it, and it makes so much sense now, man.
And not only are they seeing it, but they must see it actually
orchestrated. Thank you. Oh, that's one of the things where they must speak about that. Every analyst is saying that this is by design. Right. This is by design. But here you have analysts coming up and saying, well, why us the public don't get up and do something about it, because we can't let these 1%ers, you know, basically do what they want and destroy our country or destroy our lives, you know. But ultimately, it's not the 1% that doing it. It is the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You understand? So all credits due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. You know? You have something here? Where? Bring it up.
This article from RT News, it says Eurozone records first ever double-digit inflation.
Hey, and them said basically the euro is about to get another hit. Another hit again. More whopping than what we read this now. We're gonna read now. You know, I've been watching something about it, man. Go ahead.
It says there's consumer prices in the Eurozone saw massive year-on-year growth of 10%
10%, yeah.
in
What's up,
September, marking a new record high that increases pressure on the European Central Bank
and the ECB.
Yeah.
You right?
to aggressively tighten monetary policy.
Yes. So you're gonna have tight monetary policies like one, you can't draw a certain amount of money from the banks. Two, you're gonna have bailing on the banks. You know, because at which bank? There was a bank. I was doing some research, and there was a bank. There were some banks. Not exactly where. I got too much things being watch. But basically, they are telling people that withdrew certain amount of money to bring certain percentage back, or else them not gonna be able to basically come back to the bank and pull more money again. I forgot which part, you know. But basically that's measures they are putting in place, you know, because the banks, you see all these too big to fail banks, basically they're seeing that it's hard and they're about to fail now. You know? If all these major empires fail, why these banks can't fail? Right. You know, it's too big to fail. You see, hear them prideful speech, too big to fail. All them banks about to fail, man. See? That's the reason why the Federal Reserve is about to have an emergency meeting Monday, man. You know, this coming Monday. You know, emergency meeting, because guess what? They are going to have to bring forth tighter measures, man. Tighter measures are coming. See, this is the beginning of the contraction of the labor pain. you know, this is the beginning of the contraction of the labor pain for the society, man. You understand?
No, let's be honest. Says 2 Ezra 16 and verse 18. Start of verse 17. It says, woe is me who will deliver me in those days.
Yeah, and Ezra was a man of the Lord. So Ezra basically, in his vision, to how terrible the things that he was seeing he was saying, woe is me. So how much more a man we don't care about the word of the Lord, man? You know, go ahead.
So the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
It's the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. A lot of people today that used to be able to save, go to work, and when they get their paychecks, whether by month or fortnight or whatsoever way, they could have paid their bills, you know, buy groceries, and still have money left back, you know. Now, a lot of these people are living hand to mouth, like literally hand. The paycheck. Pay their loans. Yep.
As they get
Pay it, put it back.
Take it back,
Yeah.
and then they take
And then pay their loan. Exactly. Exactly. And also, it's reported. Bubble, exactly. It's also reported now that the banks basically are going to have tighter restrictions now for giving loans. So them are going to have come on, a sprite. Come on.
The thing is, you know, look, man, the whole system is rigged, man. You know, because what's going on, just like the famine is being engineered, financial collapse is being engineered.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, no matter what, you know, they're going to bring about certain policies, you know, in order, some of them not, they never even must do them, but they might do them, you know what I mean? Under some false excuse and some false pretense in order to pull apart the current monetary system, man. You know, because, hey, the war over there with Russia, you know, it's affecting things how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So they're basically saying they're doing this and they're doing this and they're doing this and they're doing this. You know what I mean? To basically further sell the idea.
It never affect nothing in Iraq.
Yeah.
You
know, you have gas prices going up, man. You know what I mean? What Russia is responsible for mostly. LNG. You know what I mean? So you have gas prices going up in America.
Cooking gas
You know, you know what I mean? And we get gas from diesel and regular gas from. You get it from fossil fuel, man. You know what I mean? It's a different type of gas that. But you have inflation going on when it come on to fuel, man. You know? So you know, all them different things you see a pop up and escalate, they are the ones deliberately doing it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because the devil know that he have but a
short time. So believe it or not, there's no effort in order to save the economy, man. What they want to do is to create a perfect excuse why it's going down, man.
Yep.
They kind of want to get rid of it. They want to bring it down from yesterday.
They point from Putin, they point from every...
They want to bring it down from yesterday. As you asked them, they point from every little thing now. And this is the reason why. You know what I mean? They just want a perfect excuse now, man. Say, oh, yes, see that?
This is the reason why I bring it down. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hey, because they have the CBDCs, you know, they have the CBDCs, them ready. You know? Yeah, a country dragging them foot. You know, a country dragging them foot with the CBDC. You know, the IMF, Christina Lagarde come out and say, hey, look, you need to get moving, man. You know what I mean? You need to get moving.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hey, Jamaica, one of them first jump on the CBDC one wagon.
Yeah, I remember Brown Dog used to always saying we're lagging behind Madam Speaker.
Hey, because hey, and there's another step behind the CBDCs, man. There's a next step beyond that. Because you have these different currencies that all these countries hold. Basically, fiat currencies, some of them thinking that what they're gonna do is to transfer their currency over into the digital form of it.
No.
Which basically going into the CBDC, like Jamaica having the jam decks.
No works.
You know what I mean? That's not how it's gonna be, man. All these currencies, you know what I mean? Whether I want to be the Jamaican currency, the US dollar, whatsoever, all of them is poised to fail, man.
Everyone on the Chinese
You know what I mean?
yuan,
What do they want? They want digital format,
Bitcoin, all of them
are physical format, man. What these men are planning to do is to bring one currency that all the world is going to use, man, that it make things run more efficiently.
Exactly.
You know, that's why on Agenda 2030, them said they're going to erase borders, man. You know what I mean? You're not have no independent country, like a country separate from a country. No. That's what them talk about when them talk about equity and
them speak about that in the WF the other day. Basically, them say them want remove Canada's border and Mexico border.
Yeah, so if you go on and try to understand Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, that's what they are trying to say. You know what I mean? They don't want to separate governments across the world, man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, one AI system, one AI system them have planned to run everything digitally across the world, man. That's what they plan to do. Run everything. They call it digital governance. They call it again. Even the Jamaican woman use it.
Yeah, man. Same digital governance something like that. Same things.
Yes, whatsoever. Governance, man. E-governance, or something like that. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, what's going to govern? AI system, man. Because them claim that is more efficient than people doing things, man. Because the human error in things, them are going to blame for all what happened in the world, man. You know what I mean? And they're going to say, oh, look, man, machine can do things more mathematically accurate. So you yourself, going about your daily life, machine is what going to determine, you know what I mean, what is right or what is wrong for you, you know, by precise measures, man. You know, if I notice now, if I notice the app them on your phone, like the assistant app them on your phone, like when they want me, when they come on to healthcare or whatsoever, you have some app, you know what I mean, we already make, you know what I mean, we basically tell you how to eat and them things, you know, to have a good BMI, man, and them things, man. You know what I mean, so them start use, you know, the digital, you know, certain digital systems now, certain software now, you know what I mean, to basically govern the way how you conduct your life, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying, yo, human error. Them do a test with the AI versus doctors, man, and which can give you a quicker diagnosis, you know what I mean, of the problem, or a better diagnosis than a doctor. So even that AI systems set up
to diagnose what's wrong with them, man.
Exactly.
Even more efficient than doctors, man.
Yeah, but even at the hospitals, when
Yeah.
certain situations come up, the doctors them run go to Google.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
surgery them, you have certain machine, you know, you have certain robotics now. We do better surgery than
That man.
yeah. Look at Elon Musk, a brain
Neuralink.
chip, Neuralink. What's gonna put it in the mind, man? A machine is gonna stitch them thing they lace them in your mind. You know, because men cannot do them operation to them. What they call them?
The little,
The precise or surgical.
yeah.
Men cannot do that, man. You know, so them have automations, them have different machines that basically is ready to basically take over those jobs, man.
When more
You know, and
steady.
that's what them out there talking about universal basic income. Because they know that, look, a lot of people gonna lose out when they come out to jobs, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
There's gonna be a major layoff of much
Yeah.
workers now as
They
well.
don't need so many people. Yeah. Look, man, you are the problem, man. That's what they're saying. Well, concerning global warming and climate change and all that, they are saying that you are the problem, man. Yeah? And they're gonna make drastic changes in order to basically, you know, but you know, it's all in the Lord's doing because the Lord say, look, we're gonna number a lot of our people to the sword, man. And that's what these men plan to do. These men plan a massive depopulation agenda. You know, because don't believe for a second that these men plan to pay everybody just to live on the earth, man. And the box that complain about climate change and how the amount of people on the earth are affected, you know, the carbon emission, man, your carbon footprint. You know? So in a one breath, the tell us say, yo, you basically consume too much energy, will cause problem with the planet. And in the next breath, them say, I'm going to pay people and people don't forget, okay. Believe that they're going to let those people live, you know what I mean? And the box of them being a problem with carbon, man. They're gonna call the population. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna find excuses why. You know what I mean? This is gonna happen, man. What, brother?
See Psalms 10 verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord?
God.
Why hidest thou thyself in the time of trouble?
God.
The wicked in his pride, do will persecute the poor.
God.
Let them be taken into the vice that they have imagined.
God.
For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
Right, you see these men telling you what they want. You see, thing is, you have a new video the World Economic Forum put out detailing the economic collapse, man. It's like a trailer. I see a person do a video on it. That's recently, you know, gone on the World Economic Forum website. They might tell you like, just like what them tell you, the 2020 event they gonna happen from event.
From 2017.
What do you call the event again? Event 20, I said name? Event, something like that, I don't remember the name. You know, which was a drill before the actual 2020 event. Now they must show you, you know, the different steps that gonna happen, you know, for the collapse of the world economy, man. Collapse of the monetary system. It's a new video on the World Economic website. So these men boasting and basically them telling you what they're gonna do. Look at Ahari, I remember him. No, that man telling you directly. You know what I mean? Like, look, man. You know, you don't need to have any form of a will or choice, man. You know what I mean? Because you have a choice. You know what I mean? That's why the planet have the problem with right. That's what these men are telling you, man. You know what I mean? So you don't know that where the talk go. You know, go on, brother.
Alright. So it's for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire,
God.
and blessed the covetous,
God.
whom the Lord abhorreth.
God.
The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh Bashmiel Shai.
That's why they're saying that not a God behind the cloud, man. You know, they don't go into that. Yeah, go on.
So God is not all in his thoughts.
God.
His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight.
God.
For all his enemies, as for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
God.
And he had said in his heart, I shall not be moved,
God.
and I shall never be in adversity.
Hey, them in the mind, them have this thing locked, man. Them have this thing locked. Because all them calamities here, basically, where them see the calamities them, it does easily propel them into this new future of them plan, man, a reset, man. And them so confident about, you know what be them confident so? What builds them confidence is how ridiculously stupid people are, you know, even by a 2020 event and taking the juice, man. You know what I mean?
Like the video, the woman will take it on one side of her face, basically drop, and she said, boy, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. They see that like you people retarded, man. A lot of you people are straight up retarded, numbskulls, man. That's why them can come and tell you exactly what they are going to do. You know what I mean? And just fly over our man yet, and the man say, oh yeah, them is retarded, like it's a movie. Guys, everything for them niggas nowadays come like a movie now, man. I tell you something serious. They're saying something serious and everybody just gone them ways.
Yeah, them tell us, them tell us, say, oh, this is the end of abundance and...
Yeah. Even gone to them when they're serious, man. Yeah? But them serious. And actively doing what they're doing. But guess what? When the nigga really have to understand what's going on, it's when them actually actively carrying out the thing and you personally start feeling squeezed.
Yeah, because all the signs are there to show that they are doing what they are saying they are about to do.
God.
You know?
They're putting everything in place now.
Exactly.
If you come at you, man. You know, just like a leopard. Even a priest, brother. You know, them are going to hunt you. Yeah, man. The man is like a bear stalking you, man. Yeah? Check this is the last time I was a leopard like a leopard over here. Where your city is, yeah? Let's finish. Yeah, go on, bro.
Alright, this is right, back in Psalms 10 verse 6, verse 7. So his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
God.
And his tongue, under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
God.
He sitteth in the lurking place of the village. In the secret place doeth he murder the innocent.
Right.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Right, hey, so things, strange things gonna happen that a lot of people die, man. And the game was rigged. Yeah, just like how the famine, it's rigged. You know, all the things that we bring the social unrest and everything, the war, it's rigged, man. But him do it a way that I think can play like him innocent, you know what I mean, and everybody else to be blamed. Because according to them elites, them have some form of what you call it? You know, them not for blame for nothing. You are the one to be blaming. They are the ones that are the victims, man. Yeah? So them set up scenarios and say, yo, you are the fault of whatsoever happened to you, man.
Right.
Yeah? You are the fault. That's what
too much
they're trying to
karma.
do. You know?
He say he light in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Right.
He light in wait to catch the poor. He do it catch the poor.
Like when them giving them pharmaceutical drugs. Them give them pharmaceutical drugs, claiming that look when them trying to, you know, improve your health, and in the midst of all that, you know, it demolish your health. Yeah, it, you know, you end up with diseases and other chronic illnesses that you would have never dream if anybody go on them type of drug, man. You know? And a stupid ass nigga still running to the doctor, you know what I mean, for more of the same. You know, because I'm out to help you, you know? They might murder you secretively with the medicine and your food, but look, they was only trying to help us. They are the cause of all your diseases them that they basically are faced, so the chronic diseases them. But you know, in your mind, they might try to help you. And without them, you're sick. Them way there. Yeah? Go on.
So he said, let us finish the last verse. So he do it catch the poor when he joined them into his net.
Right, and this is what basically brothers have been discussing from earlier in the lesson. You know what I mean? It's the net that these men basically setting, men. You know what I mean? Catch you in the great reset. You know, by make you become compliant with the new rules them when they are gonna set. You know what I mean? You get caught in that net, man. We're gonna get a hip, a chip. You know what I mean?
And they want to do it through graduality, man.
Yep.
Everything, every catastrophic event, or every chance for them get them force a little piece of this measure.
Right.
And the next piece of that measure.
Right.
And constantly do it, you know?
Right? Yeah, man, you're going to get caught with this chip, man. You know what I mean? They're going to chip you. Look, man, your life that you normally live, you know, the way you used to live a life is not going to be anymore, man. So that's how it goes.
says, Jeremiah 5, 3 starts 4. He says, therefore I said, surely these are poor,
Right.
they are foolish,
Right.
for they know not the way of the Lord.
Right, and some people just think of some random thing happening, man. You know, and when them time to come again, them still continue to think of some random thing happen. You know what I mean? Hey, because if I step out of the whole idea of the simulation and just look at the whole thing, you know, some form of intelligence driving everything, man.
Right.
So there couldn't be anything random. You know what I mean? Where all of this wisdom coming from, man, that the people come here, basically come attain.
Right.
That's what you come here, come do. You know, even the knowledge of this evil, man. So there's a greater force, you know what I mean, orchestrating everything, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if you have anything of a brain, you could figure out that. You know, I mean, it's given to be spiritual.
Right.
You know, so, but it's just like that, you know. But there's a puppet master, man.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a puppet master driving everything. You know what I mean? The Lord Yahweh Shemi was shy, man. Yeah, that's how it is, man. So nothing is random, man. No, the only thing that happen, it just happen just because it just happen sake. You know? Every single thing is for a specific reason and to a specific end, man. You know what I mean? Some people say that the 2020 event happen, man, they say, oh, this is just another thing that happen. No!
You know, random.
No, it's just another thing that happen.
People
And
sleeping.
we're just gonna forget about it.
Yeah? But,
The land of the dead.
yeah. Hey, if you can't see, beyond what's going on, man, he is just as dead as the book of Proverbs put it, say, he that wandered out of the way of understanding shall abide in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah.
God?
It says, they know not the way of the Lord, nor the judgment of their power.
God.
It says, I will get me unto the great men, and I will speak unto them,
God.
for they have known the way of the Lord.
Right. Speaking to what? The brothers in the highways and byways speaking this truth, man. You know what I mean? The Lord put that spirit on them to discern what's going on, man.
I said, go out and give them
You know what I mean? And give them that knowledge of the prophecies them and his word, man. That we can come out and declare it to be a witness, against a lot of you people, against the elite, man, of the society, man. Go on,
It says, and the judgment of their God.
go on.
But these have altogether broken the yoke
Go on,
and burst the bonds.
go on,
He says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them,
go on,
and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them,
go on.
saying, a leopard shall watch over their cities.
Go on.
Everyone, it says, everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces.
Right, and that's how this the so-called white man gonna trap you up, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of you gonna be put to death. You know, you slip or you slide. That's how it all go. One slip and slide thing I'll take place, man. Wait till all them restrictions come in, man. Wait till all them restrictions come in, man. Because you got people out here with self-will. You know what I mean? When certain things start happening, they now go and stay in the order, they want out there, be rioting and all them type of thing. And you can put to death, man. A lot of you gonna be put to death. You know what I mean? Just to stay in order, man. You know? These men gonna have to keep it wanted to keep it in order, man. You see, this generation them grow even under Esau to a level teacher not to have any form of respect for authority, man. You know what I mean? You know we have been teacher. You know what I mean? From your kid growing up in your father's house, you know what I mean? You don't even grow up with a father. You know, your woman, nobody have respect. So we have a society where there is no respect, and then at the end of the day, now you're going to demand respect for whatsoever I say. And guess what? A lot of you are going to die in result. By the force of the sword, that is the accent. But you don't know how to demonstrate meekness, man. So guess what? Guess how basically I'm going to do that till you learn meekness, man. the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh. That's why I'm giving the so-called white man as the rod. This Assyrian. Give me that, brother.
As Isaiah 10 and verse 5 say, O Assyrian, the rod
God.
of mine anger,
God.
and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
Right.
I will send him against an hypocritical nation.
Guess what? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh, he's the one going to discipline your asses, man. Through the so-called white man, yeah? No discipline at all, no respect for no authority or whatsoever. But yeah, you're going to learn.
Yep.
You know? What the scripture saying in
Romans
Romans?
13.
Yeah.
Let every soul be subjected
To the higher power.
And the highest power is the Howard.
We know which power we are going to subject to. You know? Because he's the one who's dropping them licks, but guess what? Yeah, you Negroes are going to resist. Who is not coming under the covering of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh, you're going to resist and you're going to die. You know, give me that precept to brother. Go on, brother.
And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge
God.
to take the spoil and to take prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
Right, so the Lord can set them over you, take you down like the mire of the street, man. Trample you, man. Like mud.
Watch your man.
Yeah?
Severe like this, man. I want severe like
Hey, things are getting really crazy, man. You see all them ghettos, you know, the states or whatsoever, man, look, man, them tanks gonna roll up on you, man. You know? You're gonna run to certain states or certain places, and them Edomites, them patriotic Edomites, you know, with gun-touting Edomites, gonna shut you down, man, thinking that you are rioters and looters, man. That's what the common white man say, you niggers. Yeah? Them see you as ill-prepared looters.
and they have been preparing
Eh?
for years.
They be watching them niggas having flash mobs and all them type of things. I say, them damn crooked ass niggas. That's how them see you. You know, having flash mob, you know, and when hurricane come, you are the one kicking down store door, kicking off the glass, blocking out the glasses, and going there for take out TV, flat screen TV and Jordans, man.
Jordan,
You are the ones them see doing that, man. So when this thing come down, they're gonna shoot you on sight. Like them niggas on Algeria's point. Yeah? Remember that?
Romans 13.
Yeah.
The Romans says Romans 13 and 1 says, let every soul be subject
To the higher power.
and to the higher power.
Not because he's a devil and he's a wicked, you know what I mean? If him say, oh, if I kill a faggot, you'll go to jail, well, we have to just abide by that. You know what I mean? Which is a lawful thing, you know, our law, to put a faggot to death. But guess what? The so-called white man law say if you put a faggot to death, you will surely go to prison. You know what I mean? So, what you gonna do?
A film kingdom.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
The Lord said, if this was my kingdom, I serve and fight, but then I face.
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that to support faggot. But at this point in time, you can't go out there killing faggots, man.
Wait upon me.
Yeah?
Right.
Come to the brother.
It says to the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. The
Right.
powers that be are ordained of Yahweh.
Right, the Lord set him up right now to discipline your asses, man. That's what the Lord set him up to do. You know? We know when the limit where we're supposed to go. We know the limit where we're supposed to go. You know what I mean? If you make a law, you know what I mean, if you violate your body, at the distance where we all go. Suppose you make a law say, yo, every man for with that man. You gonna follow that law? No. But we're gonna follow the law say, yo, look, don't kill the faggot them. Yeah, we're gonna follow them law there and don't put a woman to death to commit adultery and all that type of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna follow them law there. Yeah? So all the laws that we have set up that is, that does not affect you breaking the law of Heavenly Father. Yeah, we're going to follow those laws. And a lot of these laws are basically like that. You know? So don't ever make a law for you violate your body, no citizenship in your body. We're not gonna work with that law. Yeah? Yeah?
It says, whosoever therefore resists the power, resisted the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
God.
Yeah. Yes.
And this is
It says for rulers are so yes sir. It says for rulers are not a terror to good works,
Right.
but to the evil will thou then not be afraid
Right.
of the poor.
Right. Hey, and guess what? We get examples of how you do this, man. There's a balance to it. Now look at Daniel when Daniel was in Babylon, man. You know? When he was in Babylon, what he do? He basically humbled himself to the Babylonians, man.
Can.
But when them ask him, I want him to commit idolatry, that's a different thing.
Yeah. He said no.
You know what I mean? He was subjected unto them. You know what I mean? But guess what? When you come on to idolatry, that's a different, that is breaking the laws of the Heavenly Father.
Can.
You know what I mean? So whenever time this man law come in conflict with you, when you want to get you to go against the laws of the Heavenly Father, that there we have a problem. Yeah?
Can.
But otherwise from that, you work with him laws, them, man. Yeah? Because if you don't work with him laws, then guess what happens? You get punishment. You know? And as the scripture brother read earlier, he's a whip of the Heavenly Father, man.
Can.
They've been whipped. So don't resist the whip, man.
Can. He says, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Yeah, what is good, you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah? God. What I'm going to try is to use that precept here to basically get them to get the chip to. It's basically violate in the laws, man. Yeah?
Zephaniah 3 and verse 8 says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray.
Right.
For my determination is to gather the nation,
Right.
that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation,
Right.
even all my fierce anger for
Right, so
all.
there's no move on this man until the Lord arrives, man.
Can.
You know? You can't take up matters into your own hands, man. You get put down, you see? You see how war is like over there in Ukraine, man. A big military over there, two sides of big military, you see how many men died, man. We have the most advanced weaponry them in the world. You can't come for this up against this one with weaponry, man. You're mad. Yeah?
And diplomacy.
Wait for the Lord, man.
And diplomacy not gonna work.
Yeah, diplomacy is not working right now in Ukraine. You know what I mean?
The Lord said,
You know?
the saint shall take the kingdom.
Yeah.
We're going to take it. We're going to take it when the Lord comes in. It means that we'll take it by force.
Right.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right. And that fire is very soon. That fire basically is going to come to pass, man. You know, them threatening with that fire from these men are threatening with that fire from the past couple of months now. They are threatening. You know what I mean? But guess what? It's going to move from a threat to something actually going down. Yeah? And don't think them threats are some empty threats, man. You know, things gonna happen, you know, further down the line that those bombs gonna fire, man, and it's written in script. That's gonna happen, so hey, it's gonna happen.
Malachi 4 and verse 1 says, for behold the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and
God.
all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stopped.
It says, 2 Corinthians 15 and 22. It says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood
Right.
upon the earth.
Right.
See? The fire is gone forth from his wrath.
Right.
See? And hath consumed the foundation of the earth,
Right.
and the sinners like the straw that is kindled.
Right.
It says, woe to them that sin and kept not my commandments,
Right.
saith the Lord.
Right.
See, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the poor. Defile not my sanctuary.
Right.
Isaiah 9 and verse 5 says, for every battle of the warriors is with confused knives and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
All the wars since ancient times, man, you know, men basically, you know, garments rolled with blood, that's what the scripture. Yeah? So for many years, it's been talking about the fire when I come, you think so the Lord gonna make it turn back? Eh?
Repent of your words and turn back.
Yeah?
So
It's not
shall
gonna
my
turn.
word go forth and it shall not return unto me
And
void.
now return to the Lord void, man. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. You know?
And this is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 13. Say, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow.
Right.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
Right.
When they begin to shot into the ends of the world.
Right, so the end of the world, these arrows, not about arrows made out of a stick and stone or with a metal tip. No, we're talking about missiles, man.
It's another 300 or lot of the range
Yeah.
thing you see.
Yeah, we're talking about missiles. We have missiles at the end of the world now. We don't have bow and arrow.
Flying swords.
Yeah. The type
Fire
of arrow them
flying
now,
serpent.
more advanced arrow than back in the ancient time. You know, the end of the world here right now. It's scripture
They
talk
want
about.
to do with we call it cardinal points. You know? With the spin points we want it to go. And to
The
AI.
coordinates, yeah.
Coordinate, yeah.
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Right.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out
Right.
till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Right.
That's right.
Right?
The Lord is basically stirring up this jealousy, you know, already, you know, with the nations, man, it's stirring up. You know, for so long you have peace, man. The nations were at peace, man. But everybody now basically, you know, showing them dirty side. Yeah? Everybody are showing them dirty side now, so you know the age just spread now. Yeah? So, you know, everybody are getting the war mood.
And so Isaiah 13 and 4, he says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people,
Right.
a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Right.
The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
Right.
See? It says, they come from a far country,
Right.
from the end of heaven,
Right.
even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Right, so the Lord is coming with them missiles when them shut off, man. That's their deliverance, man. You know? You know? You know, some people think that that's on a regular day, the Lord they have a fall. The Lord have fall on the day when everybody a piss and a shit themselves. You know, to add more fear, you know, down your spine, man.
God,
The fear of dying of a nuclear strike and then the fear of the Lord when he arrive, man. In the same time, fear upon top of fear. And fire upon top of fire, because the Lord is going to be laying it down. When the angels is going to be laying it down, when the missiles coming down to me. Blasting shit.
God.
Yeah?
In
Hey, look, man. America is going to, you see, America is very confident, you know, in its military and its military capabilities. But remember this, man. I'm going to put my face on the camera. Remember this. You know, you are the ones that complaining that the so-called UFO, you know, shut down the silos, man. Remember that. And you see, in the ancient times, wheresoever direction the Lord want a war to go, the Lord will assist. The angels will assist in making sure that the side that's supposed to prevail, man. As you can see, the book of Daniel, you know, the Lord was working on the minds of the kings, man. You know what I mean? You have angel assist in conflicts, man. Going back even in the conflict with Israel, the nation of Israel, the angels and the chariots have come down and assist, man. So the Lord will steer this war, man. So look how much confidence the US military have in the weaponry, you know what I mean? Look your plan, you know, if we go around whatsoever Russia and their allies can do, the angels will handicap a shit, man. Let me know, hey, they can air.
that's what the Lord said in Revelation, it's not the earth nor the sea.
God.
Till I have see the servants of God.
God, you may get some off. You know, some certain other places of the Lord want to be destroyed, but some, you're not going to get them off, man. You know, you're going to be totally destroyed, man. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, man.
Says, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation
Go on.
to destroy the whole land.
Grant. Hey, I was watching a air show over there in Russia. You know, we heard them basically test out one of the Avok, attack helicopters. You know, them have an air show, a couple of them. I fly them do one maneuver. And when they do the maneuver, one of the helicopter them, start have some difficulties, man. You know, unexpected difficulties, and the spin will come down and crash, man. You know, in the middle of the air show, basically, was a couple of armies come together from across the world, you know, for that show, man. You know what I mean? It was an embarrassing moment, and that's something they never expect. You know, machinery fail, man. Them things have error. You know what I mean? But guess what? When the time comes, you know what I mean? Things gonna fail. We expect for work, man. Yeah? Things gonna, and that's basically showing that these things can fail. You know? Your launching can be failed. Yeah? Can fail, huh?
Yes. Church, them can't feel.
Yeah? Yeah, so look, man, hey. Well, man, I keep confident Esau in his weaponry, man. You know, they do fail. You know, the Lord put a monkey wrench and whatever plans they have, man, and they fail. Yeah? Well, man.
It says, only for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Come as a destruction from the Almighty, man.
It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Right.
And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows.
People pissing themselves in that time, man. Pissing themselves, scared shitless, man. Go on.
It says, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another.
God.
Their faces shall be as flames.
God.
It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger,
God.
to lay the land desolate.
God.
See? And he shall destroy the sinners, their half out of it.
God.
Let's jump into it. It says 17. It says, verse 17 says, behold, I will stir up the meats. It says, behold, I will stir up the meats against them which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Right.
It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
God.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Hey, we can see what's going on over there in Ukraine, man, with them artillery strikes, man. You know what I mean? Man, I get bust up over there. You know, that's what I mean by I said the bows shall dash the young men to pieces, man. When them bombs drop, you get bust up, man, and them rockets fire, man. You know what I mean? You have IMR. You have the IMR system from the Ukrainian side, where the US give to them. And then you have all different other Russian artillery systems. Bust up, man, out of field there. You know? Foot guns up, hand guns up, torso guns up. You know? Mines, different mines. Tank rounds. You know? Bust up, man, in pieces, man. You know,
Right.
60 cal. Dismember you. That's what's going on over here in Ukraine, man. And I guess what? It's coming to a theater near you. Yeah?
It says, and Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, which is America.
Hey, and look, there's a report today that's saying, asking the question if Russia intend to invade America. You know what I mean? And they were talking about, I think 100 odd miles, you know, to the coast of the United States. Some Chinese warship and Russian warship ship, you know, show up, man. You know, that's what they was talking about, and they start thinking about now if them man are planning to invade. You You know what I mean? Right in the midst of the Ukrainian war now, you have Chinese warship and Russian warship patrolling off the coast of America, man. You know what I mean? Basically, the Coast Guard wants to see them. Yeah? Well, where's the US Navy? You must have Coast Guard to see them. So where was the US Navy, man? Eh? Where was the US Navy when all this there happened? They're busy in other people's business, other places of the world, man. Yeah? You see? You see that? You see that? Meanwhile, China and Russia are off the US coast, you know, they're near to Alaska, no? North, but they're not basically.
I just am going to indicate from me.
Yeah, in the north. You know. Meanwhile, the US busy having them fleet all over in other people's business. You know what I mean? The Chinese and the Russian have battleships and submarine off a coast, man. You see that? Yeah, man. And that's why the scripture say the Lord will move off far from the Northern Army, man. You know what I mean? So America can head up all the way over the Middle East and left this side of the world vulnerable because they're not expect an invasion. The people of America don't expect an invasion because there's no war that was fought in modern times where America, the landmass, was affected, man. So they have the mindset. So yo, all wars are going to fight other places in the world. And it won't be on the sides of America. See yeah?
Ezekiel.
This is Joel 2. Joel 2 and verse 20.
God.
But I will remove far off from you the northern army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
Right, so when the theater shift to the Middle East because the Middle East is getting hot right now, you know. Even though you hear people talking about Ukraine, Middle East is getting hot right now. You know what I mean?
And you know, you hear about it too much.
Yeah. You know that Iran is at war right now. You know that? Yeah. Iran is at war with some Kurdish group that basically is funded by America. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they already are involved in the conflict with the Houthi rebels in Yemen. And them in a conflict over there with you know, Israeli. Basically, they're not doing against Israel yet, but they're basically over there assisting the Syrian government, man. Meanwhile, Israel dropping bombs on them. And guess what? They're going to retaliate. They retaliate the other day, hitting a US base, man. Killing even US servicemen that died at that base over there in Syria, man. Yeah? So shit, eat him up. Eat it up. You have conflict over there in Ethiopia. You know what I mean? You have conflict again on the border of Russia. You know, with them two countries there. At the border of Russia there. You know, where Russia basically are sending peacekeeping troops over there. So war popping off everywhere, man. Now them considering if Russia will send military in Cuba and in Venezuela. As they did in the Cold War. That's a big argument now, because they must like Russia mobilized, so maybe they might start sending men back in their place here again. You know what I mean?
Northern army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the East Sea and his inner part towards the uttermost sea.
Right. What's going to go down in the Middle East, man? America have to get involved physically, man. It's not going to be a proxy war anymore.
And basically, Medvedev said that
Medvedev was of the statement that the proxy wars is no coming to an end, man. We have to go face to face, man. You know what I mean? That's what it's coming down to. So things don't get so serious in the East. They must send thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of troops over there. Yep. And left the side of the world empty. Yep. Yeah. You know what I mean? They must fight for so much front. They must fight for so much front. You know? And left America empty, man.
It gets quiet.
Yeah?
It gets quiet.
Hey, look, man. You want to listen to mainstream? You see? You know the Western world is to be blamed. America mainly is to be blamed. You know, for what gonna reach them in terms of being surprised and ill prepared if you watch mainstream news right now, you know, they're talking about Russia being defeated and the 300 mobilization of 300 men, you know what I mean? 300,000 men, and all the Russian soldiers, like the Russian soldiers, dead out. Look, man, 100,000 soldiers Russia sent into Ukraine, man. It's not even, see, it's not even, look, man, Russia have 3.5 million men who basically is in the army, man. But they would like to believe, say, oh, Russia have them little soldier here alone. Yeah, if I watch mainstream news, I get them sell you.
Let's couple thousand reserve.
You know what I mean? No, a lot of them in reserve. That are 3 million in reserve. But they are every minute them was conscript. They might put conscript on the conscript, they might go dead out and look, man.
Hey, you know the thing with the Russian military is that these men were in the Russian military. They are all patriots. Man. These men ready to die for them country.
Right.
A lot of these people join the American military come from all different walks of life. A lot of Jamaicans out here and different.
Hey, right now,
enough of them to know them join the army America, man.
right now, you know, Russia lose another piece of what them captured today against the Ukrainian soldiers. You know what I mean? But what the Western world fail to understand, you know, Ukraine are one of the biggest army in Europe when it come on to men. You know what I mean? Them mobilized already, you know, them fully mobilized, you know. Because they must have 1 million man them mobilized, you know, brother. So 100,000 man, you know, I got stand up to how much in man.
Russia cut them down.
You know what I mean? And Russia stay, even Carson offensive, Russia kill a whole for them. But what Russia for doing, stand up in front of so much man, we don't withdraw. But now them go back into the place for them, so them are next. So what's gonna happen from there? Because the thing is, you know, if Russia should fully mobilize, because what's going on now with the place that them annex right now, if you attack Russia, them can have a full mobilization. Not only 300,000, but them can have full mobilization. And they don't like that because they realize that, look, the war is greater than Ukraine. So they want to do more than 300. They want to take at least 1 million.
Yep.
And get them ready, man.
Send them in.
Yeah? Yo, they keep boasting, oh, Russia use much in tanks. You know, they make the first part of the war. Look, man, Russia not even lose 1% of them. Not even 10% of them tank. They don't lose, man. Russia have 13,000 tank, man. You know? 13,000. Ukraine lose one of them tanks, man. But the Western media would like have ever believed that Russia is a little small military. You know what I mean? In Europe, man. And the people of America believe, say, yo, and the people of the West believe, say, Russia is just a small army. We have failed.
God, them dumb and stupid.
You don't understand. Look, when man, look, you have Russian equipment that is not being used in Ukraine, man.
Yeah.
You know, them have all type of speculation about the T-14 Armata, which is the new tank. You know, the series of tank, but basically Russia did supposed to launch, man. But you guess what? In our times of war, you don't tell the enemy where you have.
Nope.
So they wonder if they start make them it or if them have them and why them not use them in Ukraine.
Just like the video we watched, the video clip, you know, we
Yeah.
watched it, Putin,
Yeah.
Biden, the man asked him, say, something about if Russia should do such thing, if they're going to attack, where we're going to attack Russia or whatever. Biden said to him, if I knew, you think I would tell you?
God, you know what I mean? They're not going to tell you why. They're not going to tell you if them have them or if them not start build them yet. You know what I mean? They have all different excuses why they not see T-14. Why they not see the main battle. We're supposed to be the main battle tank now in Russia. They're not telling you why. They're not seeing any in Ukraine, not even one. Yeah? But this is a war time, man. I'm not going to tell you them secret, man, because they reserve them things for NATO and America, man.
Done.
Yeah? You have the Russian stealth jet. They're going to use one in Ukraine from the whole conflict start. One! You know? What let's call it, 6th generation or the 5th generation jet that Russia have now. They don't use them in Ukraine, man.
Must save them.
You know what I mean? They must save them for the
final, grand finale.
yeah?
Yeah.
Plus
There's certain weaponry that not being used, man.
Plus you have a shot.
Yeah?
You want to save it for you have a shot.
The man, they ain't stupid, man. Now I use them everything for Ukraine and
Then
later when NATO, if you conflict go down to NATO and America, them not have nothing to fight with.
Exactly.
It's not crazy, man.
Remember Putin is a key chess player.
Hey, look, man. The 300,000 men that sent into Ukraine, you know what I mean, can hold off the Ukrainian military. You know what I mean? Because basically all the Ukrainian tanks are destroyed, man. 2,000 odd tanks gone. You know, the tank that they use right now is what NATO countries providing to them, man.
All them trains them get licked.
You know what I mean? All them artillery system, over 70% of them Air Force gone. You know what I mean? So I hear the Western news that tell one bag of crap that's all brainwash, and it's gonna affect the war when the war come down to the nitty-gritty, because they never they expect say Russia was still formidable in fighting, man. Because the Western media saw the seed that look, Russia failed in Ukraine, they will lose against Ukraine.
But Zelensky said,
The biggest army in Europe. They might try to compare it to America and Iraq. Iraq is a third world army, man. Eh?
Send in more military. Send in more equipment. Send in more men.
Look, man.
Zelensky.
Go on, brother.
And it's in the path towards the uttermost sea, and his thing shall come up, and his savior shall come up, because he had done great things.
Right. You know, a lot of you, the Americans, gonna die, man. The reality that's basically going on in Ukraine now, the reality in the Middle East is gonna be more tenfold worse, man. Because the conflict are gonna be bigger, with more nations' involvement. Yeah? Hey, I must speak like say, Russia doing everything in them power for basically to keep holding on to Ukraine. But look, man, North Korea half of it, they send 100,000 troops and them don't accept the offer, man. So Russia can get help, just like how Ukraine getting help from NATO countries. Russia can get help.
Yep.
But them can't do it. Them have the Ukraine army, you know, not that threatening to a point where them have to go start asking ally for help, man. Yeah, Iran did something in there, like sending some drone, you know.
And the money was sent to Russia for help. The money has some money not afraid for dead.
God.
But not afraid for go war, go dead.
They themselves are going to need help from Russia. So they might be able to show themselves, look here, we're willing to help, you know.
Hey, Russian have military deployed in all over, man. You know what I mean? That's not all the Russian military you're seeing, man. Especially professional soldiers. That's all. You know, the Western media make it look like the most Russian professional soldier died in the invasion of Ukraine. Crazy, man. A lot of who that is fighting in Ukraine are the DPR and the LPR, man.
Remember, no for at first, a barely go print to them sending
Yeah.
at first.
The DPR is fighting in against the Ukrainian army. The LPR is fighting against the Donetsk eh? Yes, sir?
Yeah, Donbass, yeah, Donetsk.
No, the Donetsk.
The Donetsk.
People's Republic are it one name.
Yeah.
And you have the Lugansk People's Republic. You know what I mean?
Different
Those
factions
those
of the
different
army.
those are fighting under the banner of Russia, man. The separatists. You know what I mean? So majority of the men that are fighting are some things like, and the Wagner group. You have the Wagner group, which is a private contractor, and then you have the
Chechnya.
and you have the Chechen fighting. You're not seeing the whole Russian military, man. You know, so they have a million say, oh, yeah? So when we speak about 100,000 men, you know, a percentage is Russian military men. A percentage of that. Yeah? So the scripture tell us that the Lord call for what? The mighty men. Give me the priest, brother. You know? Wake up the mighty men. Joel 3, yeah.
It's a Joel 3, verse 9.
God.
It says, Joel 3, verse 9 says, proclaim me this among the Gentiles.
Right.
Prepare war.
Right.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
So all that drafting thing, you know, where you see the mobilization of 3,000 men, that is nothing yet, man. Because it's still a special operation, as we said before, according to the Russian doctrine. Under a special operation, you can't mobilize not certain amount of men. You know what I mean? So it have to turn into a war before them can mobilize. You know, so everybody, even in the industrial part of the country, have to start supporting the war effort if it become a war. So a civilian are going to be one part of the war effort, man. The manufacturing, whether more weaponry, ammunition, you know, our bombs, man. So everybody have to chip in when it become a war. And that's what him basically avoid doing. You avoid saying that it's a war. Because if they don't want the whole country and no getting involvement. But guess what? If under the Russian doctrine, if a region of Russia get attacked,
Yeah, Mother Russia.
you know what I mean, they can declare war, man.
Yep.
So the three areas there, the areas them know where them
When them done,
when them annex, it make the thing more technical now, because if them attack, if Ukraine attack those areas now, them can declare war on Ukraine.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And furthermore, them can get the excuse now to mobilize a whole heap more man.
Yep.
This man, them have 3 million man in a reserve, man. 3 million man, keep on that man in a reserve, man. Go and look up back the Russian military, man. Yo, war propaganda, war thing, you know.
Yep.
It says,
You can't be watching YouTube, man, knowing what's going on, man.
Only certain man alone on YouTube I tell you.
And you can't even find them videos.
Things, yeah.
You can't even find them. Go on, brother.
Very hard to find out.
it says, let them come up,
Go on.
beat your plowshares into swords.
What do you think now? The money that Russia is making right now, what do you think they're going to do with that money? Develop more weaponry, men. In the background, preparing more men to fight. Just like what Ukraine did. You know, have some conscript at the front of the war for a couple months. Meanwhile, them have some other man at train. And when them sending them money, you know, them telling them start do some offensive, man. That's what goes on. You know, so America starts spending the money, and them spend for them money to develop the military run at the back. Send them come back up front. Russia doing the same thing too. All them countries that are friends of Russia doing the same thing too.
A war.
War! We're going into times of war. Everybody have make sure so, you know, them have everything what they have in case things go south. And all the money, you know, what do you think China doing? China hastily building aircraft carriers, man. Hastily building up their military, man. Because they know that a conflict is coming, man.
Why do you think the people in China can't get their money from the banks?
Yeah. All the money is going into the war effort now, man. All the money going to the war effort now, man. Do you think every dollar Russia make right now, you don't think they might take it and develop weaponry? Meanwhile, the war is hey, back in World War I and World War II. Meanwhile, the war fight, man come up with different type of weaponry.
Exactly. If you go exercise.
Yeah, if you go, you know. I think the brother Rockwell come to a video point. Man ride horse, meanwhile man run back and make something to come deal with a situation there.
I think that was when the tanks, Germany rolled out the tanks.
Yeah.
And them never know about the tanks.
Yeah, you know what I
World War
mean?
II,
That's
Germany
how wars are, man. Meanwhile, the war a fight. I'm gonna say what we can do now for basically have advantage in a situation like that. We have man on the outside and them go to you know, back them take all their money and make something to come back.
Yep. Spirits that are working with man mind.
God.
Come up with new things.
God.
You know, to bring on the battlefield.
God.
It says, beat your plowshares into swords,
God.
and your pruning hooks into spears.
God.
Let the weak say, I'm strong.
God.
See? Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen,
God.
and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
God.
It says, let the Eden be awakened and come up to the valley of the flood.
Right now, Iran have some drone where the whole world have a fear, man. Yeah? I know why that happened. I know the elite them do them something, yeah. You know? But you know why it happened though? You know, America carry for them drone, go fly them man them airspace, and the man them take them away. Go reverse engineer, come up with them own ideas, make them own drones, even them suicide drone now, or the top suicide drone in the world now. Yeah? So Israel looking on that now and fret. They can't fret now. You see now what? They don't want Iran deliver them drones to Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Eh? Look man, Hezbollah already have them drones, man.
Crashing on your place, but
Yeah? Yeah? Hezbollah already have them drones, man.
and the most I really put the spirit on the Persians and
Yeah?
really design things, you know.
You don't think this war gonna be like a walkover war, man. It's gonna be bloody, man. The scripture says it's gonna be bloody there in the Middle East, man. That's the stink will come up from down there. Yeah?
It says, I come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat,
Go on.
for there I will sit to judge all the Eden
Right.
round about.
Right.
It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Go on.
Come get you down, for the press is full. See? The fats overflow,
Right.
for their wickedness is great.
Go on.
See? Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Go on.
Yes. Yeah,
That's what we're coming down to now, man. That's what we're in. Yeah? And I preach about.
This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. So come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people.
Go on.
Let the earth hear and all that is therein.
Go on.
The world and all things that come forth of it.
Right.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
Right.
and his fury upon all their armies.
Go on.
He had utterly destroyed them, he had delivered them to the slaughter.
Go on. You know, like how many dying over there in Ukraine. Both Russians and Ukrainians, man. You know? A Ukrainian soldier say after every one Russian kill 3 of them. Yeah, man dead over there, so like, hey, me see him take up body today. You know?
more bodies.
Yeah, whole heap of body in the Carson region and everything, they left body out there. Dead man like foolishness. You know? All out in the fields, man.
Their slain also shall be cast out,
Gone.
and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses,
Gone.
and the mountains shall be melted with their blood,
Gone.
and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah, so the conclusion, you know, the conclusion, because man and man, see no weapon man are dead, you know, whole battalion, no much in different companies dead out, and man say, we can't lose like this, man, we have to fire bomb. Yeah, so the heaven got this part, fire them nuclear bombs, man. So the heaven got this part, got departed as a scroll, because that's what it's gonna come down to. When man say, yo, we are lose a thing here, you know. Too much man are dead, you know. So if I can bring out the bigger weapon them. Yeah?
So the big
Man,
thing,
if a bigger weapon for last, man. When things seems hopeless, you know, they're gonna fire them nuclear bombs, man, and the heaven got this part is a scroll, man. You know? So the scripture give you step by step what will happen. Yeah? Come on, brother.
And all their hosts shall fall down,
Gone.
as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Gone.
For my soul shall be bathed in heaven,
Right.
behold, it shall come down upon Idumea,
Right,
and
so them Edomites are all across the world, where they want me Russian, America, the Europeans, man. So the Lord soul will come down upon what? Idumea. So-called white man, wheresoever you dwell. The missile's gonna drop in your head. Yeah? Mutual, they call it mutual assured destruction. Everybody gonna fire for them nuke, you know. And look how fire upon them. Britain have much in nuke, don't for them place there too. Yeah?
body line up, everybody already, you know.
Yeah, everybody line up, everybody already. Yeah?
Everything done.
And the man we are lose, I go fire for him on them. Yeah?
and upon people of my curse the judgment.
Done.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats and with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra
God.
and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right. That's how the Edomites gonna be weak, man. They're gonna push them one sword or kill them. It's them one sword that enter in them God. The same weapon where them make. Destroy them kingdom, man. Yeah? You have some Jake be out here no war for fight. You know, this is a good opportunity for see it. Your enemy go down, man. Them a fight against some war there. This is for one see. You're supposed to want to see this, man. Jake, boy, the man, them girl, man, for war, man, them for just build what? You should be cheering it on, man. You should be cheering it on. This is an opportunity to see this man go down. Make him fire the boom them on the morning. Yeah? Go on, brother.
It says, Jeremiah 51 and verse 1.
God.
It says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, saying, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon
Right.
and against them that dwell in the midst of them
Go on.
that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Right.
See? And I will
And
send
it's not about the hurricane, like, Florida, today, brother. I'm not saying that about. See? Yeah?
that word thermonuclear wind.
Hey, when you have a brother interview,
Zero kind of
you
style.
have a man with them interview, that was there, Hiroshima, you know, Nagasaki, you know, atomic bomb, and he basically tell you the effects of the bomb. He say when the bomb go off, he put him on over his eye, and he basically say X-ray, and fingers, man. You know, hey, you have the witnesses them at the nuclear test them from Britain and America. Basically, give them the first time they can't come out, come talk now. What really happened? And the nuclear test them when they test the nuclear bomb them. A man say yo, him in him trench and turn him back to the explosion. You know what I mean? And still I say X-ray. Yeah, the light come from behind him head and him still I say X-ray at things, man. You know, one of the witnesses them that was at them test. But anyway, the brother from that Japanese, him say after the flash, you know what I mean? He basically live up or in the hills, he must live. And he say, can't hear the trees breaking, man. You know, the trees breaking, you know, and when the wind reach, it take him up and it fling him all about, you know, the place, a tear with the place, go with the house and everything, man. You know what I mean? So there's a shock wave, which basically that follow that explosion that have a destroyed windmill, that destroy everything in that part, break trees, everything, build, tear apart buildings, man. And that's a shock wave.
Move wicked at the hurricane.
Terrible than a hurricane or a tornado. So when we are talking about destroying wind, we're not talking about the hurricane. I don't know it one name.
Yeah.
Yeah? Go on, brother.
It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall
What's
empty
a fanner?
her land.
What is a fanner, man? A fanner basically is a man who fan the coal. For instance, when them used to the smelting, so they call it. You know, when them get the dirt, the minerals, you have to make with the iron or what's the ore, the iron ore, whatsoever them call it. Them have somewhere put more breeze or oxygen into the fire, that the fire get hotter. You know what I mean? So when a fan fire, it actually get hotter, it get more intensified because you put more oxygen in the fire. You know, so the Lord said, I'll send fanner, being saying I'll get the fire extremely hot, man. Saying so the nuclear fire is gonna be extremely hot, man. You know what I mean? That's what the Lord mean when he say, you're going to send for furnace, man. In the highest temperature it can be. To melt things, that's what it's going to be, man. Yeah, go on, brother.
It says, I will send unto Babylon furnace that shall furn her and shall empty her land.
God.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
God.
That's like I said, them get out the military album.
God.
Go to America. And I'm thinking, it says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow.
God.
And against him that lifteth himself
God.
up in his
Brigandine.
brigandine, and spare he not her young men, destroy he utterly all her host.
God. Yeah. So, hey. We have another priest,
This is Revelation 7 and verse 1 say, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth,
Right.
all in the 4 wings of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power,
God.
and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to earth the earth and the sea,
Right.
saying, earth not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead.
God. Yeah. And hey, round about that time, man. Yeah. So, when I say Kalalali, our Basham, our Shai, Basham, our Kudash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all the brothers, them. In the highway and byway, shalom to the brothers on the comment board. Shalom.
Shalom.